Trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic for 7 days. Trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic, oh help me. Hi everybody, welcome back. I've tried to be extra chirpy with the intro today, because it's been quite the day, hasn't it? Hasn't it just? It's Trapped in the Attic, this is day 4, it's been 4 days for me. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Really good to see you. Hope you've had a good day, despite the shenanigans that have gone on. We'll get to that in a moment. No spoilers. There is a whole news segment for that, so we'll get there. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, grab yourself a cup of tea. You know how to do it properly. Grab yourself a cup of tea, a hot bev, whatever you like. To get you nice and relaxed. Have a sit down, grab your blanket, and let's have a little chinwag about today. So, wow, 16th of March, 2020. Well, let's just get right into it. We've got a lot to talk about in terms of what the world is saying about the coronavirus today. So when I woke up this morning, I thought it was going to be a slow day. I thought I'd actually struggle to find things to update you about this virus in the news. That's why thinking is dangerous sometimes. So, if you didn't know, Bojo and his mates met up to have a chat about the state of the virus and if there's anything that they should be doing as the government to try and slow this bugger down. So a few hours ago, 3 blokes came out from behind the doors. One of them was Bojo. Don't know who the other 2 were. I think the scientists. I think they were professors. Bojo and 2 guys come out and deliver to us the new health advice for the UK as of today. So I'm going to just read off some bullet points for you there, and kind of see how this affects. It will affect everybody. I'm pretty sure it does. So it's crazy times at the moment, isn't it? Mental, but it's all okay, guys. It's all okay. We're all gravy. It's all good. So I read this from the Telegraph website. They've kind of done a very helpful bullet point list here that is titled, "What is the government's advice on coronavirus?" So this is of 6 p.m. today, which was about 2 hours ago at the time of recording. So big ones that stand out to me are, even if you don't have symptoms and if no one in your house has symptoms, you've been advised and asked to stop all non-essential contact with others and stop all unnecessary travel. That one's interesting to me. I feel like most places people go, it could probably be deemed unnecessary. Is that just me? Apart from like work, or if you're going to the hospital or something like that, I feel like everything's unnecessary. Okay, well there's that. So this is why it's this big news, because it's even if you don't have symptoms now, you're becoming kind of irresponsible for keeping the virus at bay. So yeah, it's an interesting shift. I think a necessary shift, but an interesting one nonetheless. If possible, you should not go out even to buy food or essentials other than for exercise, in which case stay at a safe distance from others. So don't go out to buy food. If you're going to go out and exercise, just do it away from everybody else. Okay, duly noted. Alright, and this last one I'm going to mention was an absolute biggie for me, and I think for most people. And that is, ensure that if you or anyone in your household has either a high temperature or a new and contagious cough, then you should stay at home for 14 days. 14 days. That's double figures. Now, straight off the bat, I was watching this live, and then he said the sentence, and it was like, oh. I mean, I'm just speechless. Obviously, for me, this means that my quarantine is extended by another 7 days. So I was due to be released. I'm talking like I'm in prison. I mean, that's how it feels. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to prison. But, the concept is similar, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Ah! Guys, I gotta apologise here, actually. Like, my brain is very slowly losing its capacity to function at an average level. So, even more unnecessary, irreverent dribble is going to come out of my mouth. I'm so sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, I was due to get out of here on Friday. And now that's been extended by another week. So, as it stands, that's the important part of this. Something else could kick off tomorrow or next week that could make this an even wider, bigger situation. But as it stands now, I will be trapped in this attic until the 27th of March. I pretty much missed March. I feel like I missed it. I think a lot of people probably feel the same way. But spending 2 weeks out of 4 in self-isolation and quarantine that's a big chunk of time, isn't it? March. You will always be the month that never was for me. So, massive, guys. But as I've said in the past, let's not let the fear of the situation take control. We're all in this together, aren't we? We're all in this together. Let's be there for each other where we can. If you are not in an isolated situation and you're kind of able to help people out, then do it. If you are, and you need people to kind of phone and text you, reach out to them. I'm here for you too. Yes, I will be right here because I can't go anywhere else. But yeah, let's be here for each other. It's a great opportunity in the face of a crisis for us to band together as one. Ooh, it's like a speech out of the Three Musketeers, this, isn't it? All for one, one for all. Let's do it. The sporting world's taken a bit of a hit as well, hasn't it, really? Bless their hearts. A lot of sad people with very expensive sporting subscriptions. And all they're showing at the moment on like Sky Sports and stuff like that are like reruns of old matches, bowls, more bowls. It's not great. So in terms of the English Premier League, there's a big discussion going on at the moment about what they do with that, because it's a bit of a hoo-ha. They kind of have 4 options. So they can either make the season null and void, which basically means like it never happened. That will really upset Liverpool people, fans of Liverpool. That will upset them. Yeah, I don't think that's a good way to go about this. They could, secondly, end the season as it is, which means Liverpool would win the title, but kind of Villa, Bournemouth and Norwich would be relegated to the Championship. That's a bit cheeky because there's a lot of points up for play and anything could change with the last kind of 9 games that we have for the season. So I don't think that's a good idea either. The third option is a 22-team Premier League, which means that the Premier League stays as it is. No one gets relegated, but the top 2 teams in the Championship come up, which would make it a 22-team Premier League. Interesting. Ooh. I'm liking that one the best so far. So, and the last option is just to delay the season, basically, and play it out. And we'll just come back later. Yeah. It's kind of like when you make a microwave meal and you have to let it stand for a minute before it's... Yeah, it's like that. So a lot going on, guys. A lot going on with the coronavirus today, especially. Boop, boop. So how am I doing? I'm actually doing alright, thank you. I think despite what I found out about the rest of my time up here today, I'm doing good. And I want to share something with you, actually, that really changed my mindset this morning. Because when I woke up, I felt a bit rough. But I thought to myself, it's been 4 days now. You got to do something. I'm not going to lie to you. Until today, I've been wearing the same clothes the whole time. So that's something. But I thought, no, come on. You need to kind of get your head in the game somehow. Just refresh the situation a little bit. So I put jeans on. I put some jeans on today. And I'll tell you what, changed me. I mean, it physically changed me, as in I changed from my joggers to my jeans. But it changed my mind too. All of a sudden I felt like I was ready to do things, and I felt chirpy and kind of chipper and like productive. Or else I don't have access to do much up here. You'll find out later that I put my productivity to good use. But it did get me thinking, I think the way we dress does kind of get your mind ready to go. Like, normally if I'm working from home, I do actually tend to keep my shoes on. Because, I'm actually a real big fan of shoes anyway. Like, I don't know if it's because when I lived in Africa, we didn't really wear shoes very often. And maybe when I moved to England, I just... I don't know, it's weird. But I really like wearing shoes. But I especially like wearing shoes if I have to do work. It just gets me in the mindset. I'm ready to go. You never know if I'm going to have to leave the house. Not at the moment. That's not an option. But, it just gets me ready to go. So I think putting my jeans on today has made a massive difference in the kind of my mindset for the day. Maybe tomorrow I'll try putting my shoes on as well. Maybe that'll take it up another level. I don't know how far I can go. Maybe socks and shoes, gloves, jacket, bow tie. We'll see. I'll let you know if there's a limit to the amount of attire you can wear, and if there's a correlation between that and your productivity. I'm expecting call-ups from all these work productivity websites and stuff. I think I've cracked it. Just put some jeans on. So yeah, off the back of that, I've been feeling quite good today. Although, yeah, my symptoms are, all I had left was the cough. But then other things kind of dip in and out, like headaches and stuff like that. But the cough is the most persistent thing, which is a shame. But I am actually doing pretty good, considering all things. Guys, I've just felt extra motivated today and extra pumped, and I genuinely think it's because I put jeans on today. It's like me and my brain were both wearing jogging bottoms the whole time, and I think contrary to popular belief, the jogging bottom does not enthuse someone to exercise. It makes you want to sit down and do nothing, and that's what my brain was doing. And as soon as I put jeans on myself, I think my brain put a pair of jeans on too. So productivity is at an all-time high. So one of the things I've done is I've made a theme tune for Patty's Challenge, because I think it deserves a theme tune, because it's become a big part of my day-to-day. Because it takes up a lot of time, but which I appreciate. Thank you, Patty. Gives me something to do. And it also has become a large segment of me updating you on my daily activities. So it definitely deserves a theme tune. So yeah, today's episode is the inaugural procession of the theme tune for Patty's Challenge. Okay, let's hit it. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's Challenge. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's Challenge. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's Challenge. How will she destroy me today? Woo! Patty's Challenge. Day 4. So today's Patty's Challenge was great. I actually had a really good time with this one. I think I might have taken it a bit too far, just in the sense that I took it very seriously. But I think it's come out all right. Yeah. I'll let you judge that. I'll let you be the judge of that. But what was the actual briefing of it? I can't fully recall what she asked me to do, word for word, so I'll just find the clip and I'll play it now. What did you ask me to do, Patty?
Just prepping you for the next challenge, which is going to be, so I'd like you to convert a song into another genre. So I'm going to send you a link to a song, and I want that song to be in one of 3 genres. So you're going to convert it into either jazz, country folk, or like heavy rock.
Okay. Yeah, so she sent me the link. I clicked on it, and lo and behold, what came before me but All By Myself. Which, yeah, I think she just did it to be cruel, if I'm honest. Nothing like marinating in... Is it marinating? 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 Oh, I don't know. But it's nothing like sitting in a song like All By Myself when you're trapped by yourself. I'll just briefly talk you through my creative process, as I'm sure you are chomping at the bit to hear how I created what I created. So basically, like I said yesterday, I have some instruments up here, but not a lot to kind of aid me in those particular genres of music. And I also wanted to stay away from country because that's my comfort zone. I'm comfortable in country. I enjoy it there. It's a nice place to be. So I went to the internet because the internet has all the answers. So what I ended up doing is going to a website, one of the very many websites that offer free samples, stems that anybody can use if you kind of sign up, and you can make music with them. So we're not infringing on any copyright issues there, hopefully. So I collected a bunch of samples, and I chopped and changed some things and rearranged some things and added some things, and then I sang. And thus this creation was born. And the genre it ended up being was like a hard rock bluegrass version of All By Myself. And I also added in an extra verse, see if you can spot it. Oh, yeah, so here we go. Have a listen. Let me know what you think. And then we'll hear what Patty has to say. Okay, here we go. All By Myself.
I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days are gone. Living alone, I think of all the friends I've known. But when I dial the telephone, nobody's home. You know I don't wanna be all by myself. By myself anymore. It's hard to be sure. Sometimes I feel so insecure, and love so distant and obscure remains the cure. Nobody to see. It's like my heart's in quarantine, trapped in the attic of my screams. Is this a dream? I need to get out. Lord, deliver me, please. Yeah. Oh, 'cause you know I don't wanna be all by myself. Ooh, no. myself.
Well, there you go. The fruits of my labour. Why is everything I make so dramatic? Right, so let's get Patty on the phone and see what she thinks about it, shall we?
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Patty's Challenge, day 4. How are you feeling about what I've created?
I'm really excited for this.
So have a little play, have a listen, and Ellie's there too. Say hi, Ellie.
Hi.
Hi. And then let me know what you think.
Great, looking forward to it.
Yeah, go for it.
Wow. That was exceptionally good. Very surprising. Initial thought is that I think that I fancy you.
What?
I'm not expecting that to come out of your mouth.
Oh, that was.
No, so I've got a new girl crush.
It's me.
Yeah.
Who was your girl crush before?
My girl crush before was Margot Robbie, and you've now replaced her. How do you feel?
I feel I've replaced Margot Robbie. I'm honoured. Right. What did you think of the musicality? And also in terms of the brief you gave me. Give me your thoughts on the song as a song.
The song was. I really appreciated the genre change, that you could hardly tell what song it was. It was very different. I thought it was a very strong. I don't know what I mean.
It felt like a new song. I think you'd have to work really hard to listen to the lyrics to actually realise what the original song was, which is a real positive.
Okay, that's good.
You could really tell the emotion behind it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm more so now. All by myself, trapped. I felt I was letting out a scream. So obviously Ruth is still in the house. At one point she texted me saying, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I was going to say, you can tell that you put a lot of work into it, which is clear because you've had a lot of time to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
You said yesterday that you thought you might struggle musically with it, but that did not sound like you struggled musically.
Yeah.
There was a good bass was strong. There was a good beat to it.
Yeah, and then I had to work on fitting the lyrics into the song, if that makes sense, because obviously the chords are not the same at all, and the way that rhythmically the lyrics are in the original is not the same at all. So I sat for quite a bit just trying to figure out how to actually fit the song into the musical shell that I had created, and thus this version of All By Myself was born. So you like it then?
I do. Well done.
Thanks. Good news for anybody who would like to own a copy of that. I've made it available for download on Bandcamp. If you follow the link in the description, you can have yourself a copy of that for free. So there you go. It's not fun. All right. Have you got another challenge for me?
Yes, I do, but I'm going to just put some final touches to it, and I will message you later.
Alright, how's it going? Alright? So, day 5, Patty's challenge. I got a question for you, I do. Truth or dare?
So at this point, I answered dare.
Okay, you've chosen dare. I will update you with what that dare is tomorrow. Because for now, it's very confidential. Goodbye.
Okay. I don't know about you, but it sounds like she didn't think of anything. Oh, bless you. That's okay, Patty. We'll let you off. you've come up with 4 days worth of stellar challenges, so we'll give you a break today. But on that note, now that we have an extra 7 days, if you think you have a challenge you'd like to give me to do within the day, then let me know. Like, just send me a message. I'm sure Patty would love the weight to come off her shoulders to come up with a challenge every single day of the week. So, thank you, Patty. All right. That's today's Patty's challenge. Should we do the theme tune again? I think we should. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's challenge. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's challenge. Oh, here we go. It's Patty's challenge. How will she destroy me today? Hey! So I'm really excited about today's segment of Unnecessary Rants because I've got a bit more time today, and this is something I'm particularly passionate about. As a citizen of this nation and as someone of my ethnicity, that's it. Yeah, this comes up all the time, and if you know me, you may be getting an inkling as to what I'm talking about. But today's unnecessary rant is titled "Being cold is way better than being warm." Controversial. Okay, hear me out though. I think I can persuade some people to be on my side of the camp by the end of this. Alright, here we go. Strap yourselves in. So, this all begins for me personally with a journey of I don't know where this is going. Basically, I grew up and I was born in a very hot country, okay? The country is South Africa. It's very hot there. It's a lot of sunshine. And growing up in a place like that, personally for me, the sun was not my friend. The sun was not novel. The sun made life hard. The sun made the water undrinkable. The sun made it impossible to go outside some days. The sun would make people faint. And that was kind of my relationship with sunshine for a very long time, and thus I just grew not to enjoy it. I really didn't. Now, this doesn't mean there are millions of people, and seemingly everyone who isn't me, who grew up and who are born in hot countries and love the sun. And that's okay. I'm just telling you what it was like, okay? I didn't like it. So, anyway, we moved to England, and I'm not going to lie to you, I spent the first 2 weeks shivering. The shift in temperature was colossal. It was extreme. But once I got over that, I just suddenly felt free. I was like, wow, I'm not sweating every 5 seconds. The water that comes out the taps is cold. In South Africa, all the water that comes out the taps is hot. It's warm water. It's not hot. There isn't a cold option though. It's either warm or hot. That's all that comes out the tap. So if you want cold water, you have to put it in a freezer. And we call that ice water. And when we moved here, I remember being like, turning the tap on, and it was like November as well, and it's in the north of England. So this water is cold, man. And it's Yorkshire as well. Yorkshire has the best water. I'm pretty sure about that. Anyway, I turned the tap on, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's ice water coming out of the taps. Does that sound Kiwi? I don't know. I can do a good South African accent. I just didn't then. I suddenly was like, whoa, life is easier. Like, it's all gravy here. You know, I'm chill. Literally, it's chill. I think science will back me up on this. It is so much easier to warm up when you are cold than it is to cool down when you are too hot. Okay, I like, and there are people who disagree with me on that, and I just, why? What? It just makes perfect sense. You're too hot. Like, your body's already sweating, and that's not doing it. And so you can't take all your clothes off, despite what Nelly says, okay? And the fans don't work, and you're just uncomfortable. Everyone's uncomfortable. And on top of that, I don't need to tan. If you've ever seen me, you'll understand why. I don't need to tan. I'm sorted in that department. So I just really don't have a need for the sun. You know, fast forward to being too cold, chuck a jumper on, chuck a hat on, chuck on an extra pair of socks, chuck on some gloves. Is there nothing better than sitting in a really cold environment, but you're like toasty marshmallow? No, there's nothing better than that. It just makes perfect sense to me. And thus, I don't understand why people don't understand why I just don't like being warm. Because there's kind of two things going on there. There's like, I don't like being warm, and I find it easier to warm up than to cool down. Yeah, that's just how I feel about that, guys. I went to the Philippines last year. That was the most humid, hot, intense experience of my life. And there were genuinely some times in the day over there where I was questioning all my life's choices up to that point. Like it was so hot. And I was actually concerned, and I said to the group one night, I was like, guys, I feel like I'm not operating above 5%. I feel like I'm just operating at the basic level of breathing, saying something every now and then. And like, we were there to actually like do something to serve people. And I was really struggling to do anything but just exist and sweat. There's a bit of a testimony here, praise God, because kind of halfway through, I had a Olaf moment. If you've seen Frozen, you'll understand. If you haven't, I'll explain. In Frozen, spoiler alert here if you've never seen Frozen, but in Frozen at the end, Olaf is like, oh, it's sunny, the winter's gone, I'm going to melt because I'm a snowman. And then Elsa's like, oh, I'll make you your own kind of cloud snow system. And then he just stays frozen forever. That's what I want. And I got it that week, I swear. For some reason, the temperature, if anything, ramped up and it got more humid. But I, at the back end of that week, felt okay. That is an actual miracle. So thank you, God, for that. It's my unnecessary rant for the day. It's so much better to be cold. This time of year is my favourite time of year. Winter, yes. Rain, yes. Love it. Cold, breezy winds. Yes, please, more, Lord, let's have it. Someone's got to be praying for the rain, because if everyone just prayed for sunshine all the time, then it would never rain, and then we wouldn't have food, and then we would all die. I rest my case. Woo! Alright. Well, thank you so much for sticking with me, guys. I really appreciate it. We're going to have to, rethink this whole thing. I only planned for 7 days. I mean, to be fair, I don't have a plan when I do this. I just experience a day and then relay it to you. So that's okay. That can stay the same. But maybe I need to change the theme tune, maybe? It specifically says 7 days in the theme tune. So, yeah, if you have any challenge ideas, give me a shout. If you want that song, it's in the link description. It's in the link description? It's in the description. Click the link. And keep praying for our world and our nation. And just stay sane, everybody. Stay sane. It's too late for me. But you can do it. I believe in you. And if you happen to find yourself quarantined, then give me a shout. We could chat about that. Maybe we could just add people slowly to this podcast, and we could create a global network. I don't know. Okay, I need a cup of tea. I'm going to go have a cup of tea. Okay? Love you all. See you tomorrow. Trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic for 7 days. Trapped in the attic, trapped in the attic. Oh, help me.